Hello. Hello. Good evening. Good evening. If you have some questions, please you can type your questions so I can answer them. Mm. Hello. So if you have questions, please type your questions. So I will be posting on Facebook. Please wait. Hi Riza. I'm not in Pulfish. Actually, I tried applying at Pulfish, but they said that during that time, actually, I had my demo lesson. So, you know, the demo lesson. So, when you don't have an actual student, so you will be, I think, so you are the only one who is talking. So, the demo lesson, right? So, I did that, but so they said that they are not in need of Filipino teachers that time. So I didn't try again. So I found another ESL company like Rare Job and Native Camp. So I'm not in Pulfish. If you want to try, it's good because in Pulfish you can just use your smartphone. And if you love kids, Pulfish is really nice. More questions? Native Camp. Oh, I almost forgot. Okay, so when I applied at Native Camp, so I passed. If you watched my video about Native Camp, I passed my system check. And there, in Native Camp, there are so many applicants. So you really need to stick to your time. So I think it's good to apply in the morning. Actually, they have the schedule, right? So I think you saw their schedule when you pass the system check. Hi, teacher Aryan. So they have the schedule. So you really need to follow the schedule. For example, Monday 9 a.m. So Monday 9 a.m. So you really need to enter their system before 9 a.m. If you will enter 9 1 or 9 2, so you'll be very late already and there are so many applicants. So I recommend you to please be on time. Hi, learning learning. So I couldn't see your complete name. And also hi to Ati Ruchi. She is my sister in Christ. Very supportive. Thank you so much for watching. Yeah, so Riza, I recommend you to follow their recommended time. So I know they have recommended time. So enter before like 5 minutes before 9 or 5 minutes before 12. And be ready all the time because the evaluator will enter the system anytime. So you can do it. You're welcome. Have you tried applying in Rare Job, teacher Riza? Maybe you should try. Actually, I am receiving a lot of questions in our Facebook page. Sometimes I cannot answer on time, so it's better to ask during this live. More questions, tips, or experiences? Who are new teachers here? So please share your experience in Rare Job. How was it? Who are rare job teachers here? Okay, teacher Aryan. About the lesson material, I had the student earlier, according to the previous tutor, in progress as we to start with the next lesson. Okay, teacher Aryan. So the student can request what lesson he or she will take for his or her lesson. So I had encountered many students before. So they usually request to continue to the next. So maybe Jitsuyu Eikaiwa. So they request to continue to the next lesson. So this is okay. No problem. So you just have to be prepared. But Jitsuyu Eikaiwa is very easy to handle because you have the script. So just follow the script. But if you're handling maybe so how can I say that? So if the level is higher, for example, level 7 or 8, sometimes the pronunciation part is, quite challenging. So you might want to check ahead of time. Sometimes some teachers are confused with the pronunciation part. Did I answer your question? Yeah, it's normal for the students to request for the next lesson. Sometimes if they are not yet done with challenge 1, so sometimes they don't want to do it. They want to proceed to the next lesson, and it's really, yes, common. Yes, you're welcome. And Riza, oh, congratulations. You passed. Okay, Paulfish. Oh, so it means you are done with your demo lesson? What are your challenges, teacher Aryan? Oh, lesson trouble. What kind of lesson trouble? What happened? Okay, shout out, my dear. Hi, teacher. The name is Pizza. I love pizza. I love pizza and milk tea. Okay. So ask me questions since it's easier to answer questions by talking. Who is from Cebu? Kinsay taga Cebu. So for me, I don't have any classes for Sunday. Sunday is my rest day. Even though in rare job they have this incentive for those teachers who will conduct lessons on Sundays. But for me, no, I'm not attractive to that incentive. So today is my church day. Mm. So, teacher Aryan, maybe you can try uh, deleting, clearing your history. Do you know how to clear your computer's history? So actually I have never tried this problem, but I constantly check the history of my lesson. I see. So the student couldn't see you because you had multiple lesson rooms, right? I'm supposed to have a giveaway, but people are not interested, so maybe next time. If there will be next time, God's willing. I see. So maybe it's the lesson room's problem. But it's okay because you were able to contact the support. So you have a record that you started the lesson on time, but just one problem occurred. Make sure to have screenshots, Miss Ariane. So you need to have screenshots to defend yourself. For trouble reports, so actually I don't get nervous or panicked. So I just take screenshots that I'm inside the lesson room. Because if you're inside the lesson room and the student will also file for a trouble report. Oh. How did you fix it? Actually, you can send a message to support and then you can send the screenshots. I think it will be fine. Some students are really kind so they can understand. Oh, what? How many minutes did you have the lesson? Sorry, so many questions. Oh, 10 minutes only. That's really, yes. I think when you filed the report, you chose the less than 10 minutes. Oh, okay. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I think this is just normal. Sometimes problems like that occur. Yeah. So don't worry about it. I think the student can understand. Just make sure to have screenshots. You can have extra accounts on Skype, so you can send your screenshots there. In my case, I'm using my boyfriend's account for my to save my screenshots. So for me, I take screenshots when the student is late. For example, I'm inside the lesson room in the beginning of the lesson and the student is not yet there. Screenshot. After 1 minute, not yet there. Screenshot. Always take screenshots. It's very helpful. I think nothing to worry about this one. It's not 205, just having trouble problems. Hi, Miss Lizette. Okay, you passed the EPT. Skype. Oh, I see. Honestly, honestly, in my case, so when I applied at Job, I didn't. I received the text message, but it was too late. Yes, because after I took the EPT in the afternoon and in the evening, I was able to book a slot for my interview and test call. So I haven't tried receive. I haven't tried replying to their messages. But yes, you can always. Mm, yes, you can always chat again because I believe the rare job staff are too busy. So they have so many applicants as always. So you can always chat again. Yes, you can mention that you received their text message and you are an applicant. So yes, they will reply. And then the train to try. Yes, you can also try incognito in this kind of problem. Me too. I had encountered many problems before, teacher Aryan. For example, the student I couldn't hear the student or I couldn't see the student, but the student can hear me. In that case, I use the incognito. Sometimes it can be fixed, but sometimes it can't because sometimes the problem is with the student. Oh, thank you so much, teacher Lizette. Uh, if you have any recommendation, what topic should I make a video next? I'm planning to make a video about for those applicants about the practice lesson because some teachers they don't know that even if you pass the interview, the teacher can still fail because of the practice lesson. Oh, so teacher Aryan, sometimes the support, if your concern is not really, it doesn't need help immediately, so they will reply. It will take time for them to reply. Yes, but again, I suggest you to uh, take screenshots. This is the most important thing. Take screenshot that you are in the lesson room because sometimes it's not our problem. Sometimes it's the lesson room's problem. So you can take screenshots that you are inside the lesson room. Very repetitive. More questions? So actually, the people who ask me a lot of questions are not here. So they're just messaging me on Facebook. Yes, that's really good, teacher Ariane. Oh, hi, teacher Lizette. No need to prepare props since we are not teaching kids. So no props, just prepare yourself and study the materials in advance. So God's willing, you will pass your interview and then, of course, your test call and interview. After that, they will send you details and you can see there the materials. You need to study those materials. And in my case, after I studied the materials, there will be like a short exam after it. And then you need to answer the exam. I think very short exam. And then you will send them a message. I'm ready for my practice lesson. And then they will send you a schedule and if you're available, you can have your practice lesson during that time. And you will have an actual lesson good for 25 minutes. So if I say good, so not very early or not very late, you need to finish on time. So you need to manage your time very well. Oh, yes, I can relate to that. So when I was new here in Rare Job, so DNA is very challenging for me. Especially I mentioned in my latest videos, if I can see the level of the student is intermediate or high intermediate, I feel so nervous. Yeah. But you can do Scan the article, and if you can find a word that is difficult for you or you don't know the meaning, you know yourself that you don't know that word, so you can always prepare in advance. Also, look for the students' recent notes. So sometimes teachers will put some notes. So, for example, the student likes to ask questions, the student is participative. So, you can also base your approach or your strategy. So, I always check recent notes about the student's character or the student's style. So, for me to prepare myself. DNA is good. Always ask your student if you still have a lot of time. Always ask your student to summarize the article. I always ask my students to summarize the article. So it will take time. And then if you will have the discussion, also share your own idea about the article. Yes, me too. Especially if the camera is off. I really don't like if the student turns off the camera. I feel like I want to turn off my camera too. But of course, video incentive, we have that. So we should avoid closing our cameras. So just smile and enjoy the lesson. This is the nature of our job. Okay, teacher Lizette. Yes, always refresh the slot. Even me, I didn't expect to see a vacant slot during my applications process. So just keep on refreshing. And if you can see an open slot, book immediately. But because it depends on the time, if your place is noisy in the morning or at night, so it depends on you. Oh, when did you start teaching in Rare Job, teacher Aryan? Okay, you're welcome. Thank you so much. See you again next time. See you. Nice to talk. Oh, April 21. I see. Welcome. And I hope you will enjoy teaching. You're welcome. We still have time. So for those who have friends who are applying at Rare Job, you can refer to this live. Oh, no problem, teacher Lizette. You can do it. Yes, for those who have questions, you can just leave your comment. For questions, don't be shy. Just leave your questions in the chat box. Hello. Do you have questions about rather? For questions, don't be shy to ask me. No more questions? Hello. If you okay. Oh, questions from Videos Daily. Yes, I think they still have the typing speed test. I think it's only good for 30 seconds. And you will just type a sentence. So it's very easy. So you can practice typing online. So there are many typing websites you can practice. So when I had my typing test, I committed two mistakes and I couldn't type that fast. So I think it's good. Not too difficult. Questions? More questions? I love questions. Mhm. Oh, typing passing score. Please wait. I don't really know the passing score, but let me share to you my result. Please wait. I will check you know, my record. I can remember I had two typing errors and please wait. Ah, stay with me. Okay. Okay, here. So my result was 46 words per minute. And my correct words 21 and wrong words 2. So see I have two wrong words. So actually I don't know the passing score, but this is my result. Correct words 21 and wrong words 2 and 46 words per minute. I'm sure you can do it too. So when I had my typing test, I was really shaking because that was after the interview. And then after the test, the typing test, so she said that I passed. I passed the interview. What else? Okay. Do you have more questions or something you want to know? So you can also recommend a topic so I can make a video about it. Okay. Last question. I passed already APT last night. Until now, probably was that. Yes, I think so. So teacher uh videos daily. So I think they still open slots even Sundays. Just keep on refreshing. So if you watch my video about the booking slot, I was able to book a slot around 9 p.m. So just keep on refreshing. And Teacher Darl, hi Teacher Darl. Sunod-sunod ka ba mag-class? Oh, is this when I was new or now? Because if now, yeah, sunod-sunod po yung mga class ko. You're welcome po, Videos Daily. So now I opened my slots consecutively. So for example, 1 p.m. until 4 p.m. So magkasunod-sunod. But when I was a new teacher, so it's like fill in the blanks. So class, no class, class, no class. But eventually I was able to adjust because I was already an ESL teacher before. If you are new, I recommend you to just leave 30 minutes break, especially if you don't know the materials yet. You really need to prepare because if you are not prepared, it's very obvious that you are nervous during the class. Are you a new teacher, Teacher Darl? I mean, a new teacher in Rare Job? Send the light. Oh, okay. 1 year na rin kaso medyo nahirapan ako pag Oh, I see. I understand. Don't worry about that. Actually, you can work on your own pace. So it depends on you. So if just open your slot based on your, you know, sa kakayanan mo. So kung mahirap para sa'yo, you can open the slots like open and then a 30-minute break. So it's fine. What makes it difficult, Teacher Darl? So uh which part of this job is difficult for you? Maybe I can give some tips or advice. Sorry. Because in my case, I am the breadwinner of the family, so I need to be strong. What I mean is that maybe because I'm used to have lessons online. In my previous job, so I worked from 3 p.m. to 12 midnight. So and that was really a fixed schedule. I have fixed schedule every day. So I'm used to teach lessons after lessons after lessons. Like only have 5 minutes break. So maybe I'm used to it. And for me, so for 5 minute break, it's very short, right? So that's why during the lesson, I am already making my feedback. So as we all know in Rare Job, before you end the lesson, you need to send the feedback to your student, right? Yes. So During the lesson, while I'm still in the lesson, I'm already making the feedback and I'm already completing the tutoring notes. So when I finish the class, I also submit my tutoring notes. So I have my 5 minutes free for myself. So I can run to the toilet, or I can drink my water, or I can watch Facebook videos. Okay. Bugs. Oh, I understand. Me too. Sometimes I feel introvert. Yun bang you don't want to speak, pero you remember that you are a teacher. So always smile. But for me, sometimes teaching is my escape. Like if I have some problems at home and before the lesson I feel so bad, like I don't want to have a lesson. Like in my mind, I just want to work because I want to have money. But when you start talking to your students, especially regular ones, I feel better. It's like you forget your problems for 25 minutes. And then I feel great and I feel excited to see them again, especially for regular students. Yes, I know for 1 year you have regular students, right? Mm. Masipag talaga po ako. Masipag po talaga ako kasi yung family name ko si Gasig. So dapat hindi ako tamad. Ang hirap mag-Tagalog. So difficult to speak Tagalog. But actually, my major in university is Tagalog, Filipino. And I'm proud to finish that major. But ang hirap talaga ng accent ng mga Tagalog. Kasi yung accent ko pang Bisaya. Kaya mo yan, Teacher Darl. It depends on your inspiration. For me, I wanted to earn more because I'm supporting my family and I'm saving for something. Yeah, so it depends on your purpose. You should have this purpose why you are working or why you want to earn money. More questions? Mhm. You're welcome. No problem. You can do it. Just believe in yourself. I if you get tired easily, maybe you can try drinking some vitamins. Maybe it's because of your physical condition, or maybe just because you are an introvert person. Mm. So eventually, how can I say that? How can I encourage you? Yeah, so just find your purpose, why you want to earn money. Yeah, so your purpose of working. And then when you can find your purpose, yes, so it will fuel you. It's like burning the woods. Parang nagugutom na ata. More questions, viewers? Come on. So, actually, tamad po ako mag-type. So, I prefer talking. And on Facebook, some teachers are asking me questions. You can ask me anything. Anything related sa job natin. So, if you are shy, please comment your questions. Oh, another boy committed suicide because of bullying, I think. No more questions? Oh, you can ask me any questions. So, five viewers, are you all teachers in Rare Job? Oh, no more questions? Happy Mother's Day. Hello. Oh, may pahabol pa. How about their new ways in accepting what is the new? Oh, I am so sorry because I'm not part of the rare job staff for, in charge for the interview. But I have heard about their interview questions. Now it's more situational, but I think they don't. So just the interview questions. So some teachers may think they became a little strict, but because I started working last August, so maybe just the questions changed, but not the ways. Still, you need to pass the EPT and then interview. You need to book a slot for your interview and test call. And then if you pass, you need to do your demo lesson, and that's all. And you can start teaching after that. Do you still have more questions? Please let me know. Do you have any questions? So let me know so I can answer, or we can end this live. Oh, hi. Hi, covers by Pat Yam. Don't be scared. It's okay. So you can try opening maybe three slots. Three slots. Oh, it depends on you. Oh, okay. Of course, I felt the same, even though I already had an experience teaching an ESL school before. So during my first, let me check again. I can still see my first lessons at Rare Job. I think um, because I had experiences, so I opened consecutive slots. But of course, expect. So sorry, Patiam. So I recommend you to open slots according to your. So according to what you think. According to anytime you can open anytime. So I really recommend you to open slots because during your first week in Rare Job, so you are still marketing yourself. So eventually during your first and second weeks, you don't have a lot of students yet. So this is part of the process. So just like me. So when I started job first second week, I don't have any students. I'm starting to question myself. Why in my previous company I had so many students? Why in this company no students? But actually it's part of the process. So you really have to open your slots. Yes. Anytime. Anytime afternoon, a morning, afternoon, or evening. But as a new tutor, Monday to Friday, you cannot open 8 a.m. to 5:55 p.m. slots on Mondays to Fridays. You can only open in the early in the morning to 5 a.m. To 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. to 12 midnight. Yeah, so I recommend you to open. Don't be scared. It's fine. They are just students and you are the teacher. So you can do it. Another question from you. Yes, actually, the demo lesson is similar because the demo lesson is the Jitsuyo Eikaiwa. This is uh, this is one of the curriculum in Rare Job. So you can actually have the same similar lesson. But of course, Rare Job has a lot of lessons, so expect to, yes, encounter some of some of those lessons. But based on my experience, during your 1 month teaching in Rare Job, so this is the period where in which you can adjust and discover the materials. If you have a lot of time, so scan the materials and study how to teach them to the students. But for Jitsuya Eikaiwa, you have the guide, right? So you had your demo lesson. So you have the guides. So you can, yes, I always follow the guide. Yes, no problem. So be confident and know that you are the teacher. Relax and remember that you are the teacher. Yes, you are in control of the lesson, so you can do it. Okay, you're worried about your Skype ID because I'll be like, oh, what's the problem with your Skype ID? The best thing to do, Skype ID or your Skype, your name on Skype, Rare Job, something like this. Skype ID. I'm sorry, because my Skype ID is just my name. Let me check. So if you have questions, please post it now. So we will end this live. So we still have 9 minutes. My Skype ID is. Hmm? Please wait. Messenger. Skype ID. Do you mean my Skype name? Yes, you can put the live. My Skype name is just like this. Please wait. Skype ID. Yes, Skype name and Skype ID, the same thing. So my Skype ID is just like this. Actually, I didn't change my Skype ID. Questions? Yes, you just have to go to your profile. Just go to your profile and then go to your Skype profile. Just go to your Skype and go to your Skype profile and you can see your Skype name. I think I will have to do a video about this, like a tutorial. So you can easily change it. Oh my gosh. So this is the, oh my gosh. So Skype profile, this one. Then you can just see your Skype name and you can just change. But actually I cannot change it. Just it, you can copy. Or you can just change your name if you want to. Make app. It depends on you, teacher Yam. In my case, I always wear lipstick because I look so pale without lipstick. It's like I'm nervous, even though I'm not. So I always wear my lipstick and my eyebrows because you know my some problems. So I always have these two. And this is my background. So actually, this is just a wallpaper with some lights. But sometimes I don't turn on my lights. This is okay, no problem at all. Hi, teacher Zaria. Yes, I wear t-shirt in my class. And sometimes this one. Casual blouse because my family is very poor, aircon and electricity. So sometimes I wear t-shirt. Mm, Can you hear me well? Yes. So I still wear t-shirt. And for teacher Patyam, yes, I wear lipstick and eyebrows. No need for foundation or something like that. Did you ever have classes on Skype or did you ever have classes where you encounter problem? Yes, of course. I had encountered a lot of problems before. You're welcome, teacher Zaria. Enjoy teaching. And for teacher Patyam, actually now in Rare Job, their main their main platform is the lesson room. Um, so it's very rare to have lessons on Skype. And you need to ask tutor support if you can use Skype. So as for me, yes, I have encountered a lot of problems like so we had blackouts or my internet connection disappeared or my internet connection is slow. Yeah, so I had so many problems. I always recommend my fellow teachers to, for example, if you have problem with the lesson room or the student suddenly disappeared in the lesson room, always take screenshots and save it on another account on Skype. Screenshots are your proof that you are in the lesson room and you are conducting the lesson during the allotted time. And for blackouts, rare job can understand if you in your place there is a sudden blackout. Just look for just look for the post. Just send them the advisory post. So the last time we had a blackout in my area, so I sent them the post of um, the service provider on the platform. So it was 205, but no deductions because it was not my fault that we had a blackout that time. So if you have a problem with the lesson room or with your internet connection, always take screenshots. But for me, I really like Rare Job because they are very kind and they are very considerate. This is my first experience working from home. So Rare Job is really nice. Very considerate. Just take screenshots. More questions? Send a light. So anytime this week, I will have another live so I can talk to you more often. Yes, teacher Zaria, my slots are always fully booked by God's grace. I know You can also get your slots fully booked. Just remember, when you have a lesson, do your best. So always smile. Even though sometimes the student's camera is turned off, just smile, because some students are not strict or not serious. They are just really nervous sometimes. So you might want to let them feel comfortable during the lesson. So smile and connect with the students. If your student is the student is new in your class, so always have an introduction. I never forget to have an introduction during my class, because this is like building rapport with the student. And you can also take note some of the information, so you can put it on the maybe in the tutoring notes you can see there my memo. So you can put there the students information, like the name, the work, the hobbies, but don't share it with other teachers, just in your memo. So in your next lesson you can remember this student. So you can make them feel that, oh, my teacher remembers me. Amazing. Yes. Some students, I already encountered some students. Some students are like that. So I can see their reaction. Oh, that's great. The teacher can remember me. But actually, I have the copy of their introduction. So make them feel that they are welcome in your class. Yes, you can do it, teacher Patyam. Is your name Patyam? Yes, you can do it. So try to open slots this week. So the students will slowly know you, or they can slowly discover you. Oh, you're welcome, teacher. Yes, I have a lot of loyal students. If you can really connect to them, yes, they will really come back and they will bookmark you as their teacher. Yes. So make the first impression the best impression, because after that they will decide if they will bookmark you or not bookmark you. Something like this. Okay, I'm excited. I'm looking forward, teacher Patya. Yes, sometimes I speak Japanese, especially but I cannot speak Japanese, just the greetings, like konnichiwa, and what else? Konbanwa, something like this. And before, yes. Oh, yes, Patty. Okay. And like saying goodbye, I usually say sayonara, matane is see you again. Arigato gozaimasu. Very basic. If this, I already experienced a very beginner student, maybe 0% English. Yes, I really used English to Japanese translation because she couldn't understand me. So even if I'm using gestures already, so she couldn't understand me. So I used English to Japanese translation. Oh, don't worry about that, teacher Zaria. It's normal. It's good to have new students. It means that there are many students who will come back again next time. Okay. Actually, I open my slots a week before. And in some cases, because I have private lessons too, if a private student of mine canceled his or her class, so I tried to open a slot on Rare Job. And at least 30 minutes before the time, you can open the slot. But I recommend you to plan your activities in advance. So you will have to stick to that schedule and avoid changing your plans because it can distract your schedule. And be careful, if you want to close your schedule, it should be 2 days before the actual class to avoid 205 or 208. So thank you so much. I guess I will end our live here because I need to do something and I still haven't eaten my dinner. Thank you so much, and don't worry, I will be having live session this week. Yes. God bless you too. Thank you so much. So you can ask me questions through our Facebook page. I will try my best to reply as soon as possible. God bless us all and happy Mother's Day to all moms.